And now on to our next stretch. Today, we're going to be working again on stretching out your hip. From right here at the point of your hip, down into the quad. Last week, we worked on the hips also. We worked more in the back portion of the hip, down the hamstring. We're getting the full hip on both sides. When we're watching people stretch at the golf course, when I'm at the golf course, or even seeing people at the gym, they might be trying to do certain stretches to stretch out their hips, but oftentimes they're only hitting a small area of the hip. What we're doing with what we did last week and what we're doing this week, you're getting all of the hip from front to back, which is going to help your golf swing. So today, Kirk, what is our stretch to start getting this area here loosened up?
So what we're going to do is stretch through the hip flexor all the way through the quad. So we're going to start off by taking a knee, just like you would in baseball or anything else. All right, and what we're going to do is reach back with your right hand and grab your right foot, just like that, pull forward. Keeping the chest up, you want to make an arch in the back, that natural arch. And from here, if you want to advance, you want to push the hip through and lean into a lunge position. And you'll feel it through the quad and through the hip flexor. You want to hold for about 30 seconds, keep breathing, important to keep breathing, keep that oxygen flowing through. And build muscle, good. Good, and relax.
Yeah, first you get in this position, I feel like I tense up my whole body at first, and you got to just breathe and relax.
Right, and let the body just sit in and it'll flow right into the position it needs to be. Okay? And then from there, that should be it, and then we'll switch to the other side. But this might be a little bit harder than most people are used to. So there's a small advance if you're having a hard time. Go ahead and let go of your foot there, Mark. So if you're having a hard time getting in that position and you want to wobble, what you can do is take a towel, slide it underneath your ankle, fold it over, and then you grab it with the hand. So that way you don't have to reach back as far, and the stabilization is a lot better, and it's a lot safer. And then you can lean forward again, leap in the arch, and just lean forward in the leg. And you still get the same stretch. And if you want to pull up on your foot, you'll get more stretch in the quad.
So I remember this stretch is a lot harder than it looks. If you've been doing it or see somebody who's been doing it a while, they flow right into it. And I'm still a little bit sketchy on this every once in a while. But I remember the first time I tried this, I got down, I got in this position, and I couldn't even grab my leg. And then when I eventually did, I get here and I started, it was very difficult. So even I started out once with this towel, and it was amazing how it got me to be able to get to here, and then get better and better, and then eventually you don't need the towel. But when I do this and you hold it, the key is that 30 seconds. Kirk always stresses the 30 seconds because he says people don't stretch long enough. They do it, they hold it for 5-10 seconds, it's not enough. And through experience, I totally agree with him, because as I start doing this, the first stretch I feel it more in the back of my leg, but once that I get over that and it stretches out, I start feeling it in the other areas Kirk talks about, right in this area and down here. But I didn't feel it there first. So that's why you got to continue to hold. Same thing on this left hip. As I lean forward, I'm really getting it into my left hip and stretching it out. But at the beginning of the stretch, no, I couldn't feel anything there. So that 30 seconds, it really does make a difference. When you're working with your golf swing, you can work on the mechanics all you want. You will see improvement if you work on mechanics. But if you get your body in better shape, not saying you have to go to the gym all the time, but every once in a while you do these stretches, you will be amazed at how much better your swing gets, how much smoother your body moves through the ball. Because if these are tight, as I said last week, and if you didn't see our stretch from last week, the pigeon stretch, which got the other area of our hips, you should go watch it. But what it does is, it allows us to get through. If these are tight, if this is all tight in here, now you're either going to become armsy because they can't move, and you're falling back and your center of gravity is back, and you're either going to go this way or this way to avoid the ground, or you're going to force the hip turn because you don't have the flexibility, and now when you force it, now you're all out of sync and you think you're swinging too hard and you're off balance. Let's really get these things loosened up, these hips, these legs, this core loosened up, so that you can make a swing that flows through effortlessly, which generates into consistency. Again, my name is Mark Solomon with Golf Made Simple, www.golfmadesimple.com. I'm with Kirk Crisco of KirkFit in Indio, California, www.kirkfit.com, KIRKFIT.com. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.